Hello, thank you for joining me. I'd like to look at a question that has to do with direct proportion. Now we've got two triangles, the small triangle and the big triangle, and because these are 90 degrees here, and this angle is the same angle in both triangles, the small triangle and the large triangle are actually in direct proportion. So we can take the corresponding sides, 3 in the small triangle, and 5 corresponds to corresponds to 5 centimeters in the big triangle. So 3 centimeters in the small triangle, 5 centimeters in the big triangle. Now in the small triangle, y corresponds to the 4 centimeters in the big. And you can actually make ratios. You can put lines here and put an equal sign, or you could take the same corresponding sides, like 3 is to 5 will equal y is to 4. I'll make a ratio out of the corresponding sides, and then you have two fractions. You take this divide 4 up to the top and up to the other side, and you will get 3 times 4. Therefore, y equals 12 divided by 5, which is 3.4 centimeters. Okay, better check that. Getting on. Okay. Now the second triangle, we'll do the same thing. They are, again, we call them similar triangles because they are in direct proportion. The small triangle and the big triangle are similar, same shape, but different size. Let's take 5 centimeters. Sorry, it's not centimeters. Be careful with units. 5 meters in the small triangle corresponds. Let me just pick a different color so I can see the separation of these. Corresponds, we don't have to write this down, but I am. 5 meters in the small triangle corresponds to, now in the big triangle it's 5 plus x, so be careful here. It's not just x, it's all the way from this point to this point. In the big triangle, that's 5 plus x. And we've got 3 meters in the small triangle corresponds to 4 meters in the big triangle. Now I'm going to make a fraction out of these, and I will take the 5 and match that with 5 plus x, so those two sides are corresponding. So that ratio will equal, match the 3 with the 4. Okay, so I'm going to cross multiply here, bring the 4 up and take the 5 plus x up. So that's 5 times 4 is 20, and 3 times 5 plus x. So 20 equals 3 times 5 is 15, and 3 times x is 3x. That's called the distributive law, when you multiply the 3 times the 5 and the 3 times the x. Now I'll take the 5 across to be a minus, so that's 20 minus 15 equals 3x, so that's 5. And finally, take that times 3 to be divided by 3. 5 divided by 3 is x. So x equals 1 2/3. Therefore, x equals 1.6 recurring meters. Okay. So I hope this has helped. It's simple proportion. And I'll put here, these are what's called direct proportion. As one increases, the other one increases in the same multiplier, in the same proportion, until I talk to you again. Stay happy.